Hello guys, so this is Grace and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you what is left over with my January-February homemade kit, and also the layouts and cards that I've accomplished with this kit. So I put this together in the beginning of January, and I really didn't touch it until about third week, fourth week of January. But I was able to manage to make 12 layouts and 11 cards. So let's just dive into it. All of my kits are arranged, or I put them together in this iris container that you can find at Michael's. And I also got the inserts. I'm not sure if the inserts are still available at Michael's, but I heard that you can buy it in Amazon. So anyways, what is left over? So I have just a bunch of this paper left, and then I wanted to really use up all this sticker sheet, but didn't get to finish it all off. But I did manage to use a bunch of them, which is good. Now with these line papers, you know, that's good for journaling. I'm just gonna keep that just because I could use that. It's a very generic thing. And so, but yeah, I've used up a bunch of them. So that is good. As you can see, it was pretty thick. You can see the spine on that. And then this is what's left over. So I think that's a success. Used the stamp a few times, and of course that's just going to go back in my stash. I had a whole 8.5 by 11 sheet of these big stickers, and I managed to use all of them but this, so that was good. I also had this sticker sheet that had a bunch of, it wasn't a full sheet, but it had a few more, and this is what's left over. And then the letter stickers, of course, that's just going to go back in my stash. I didn't use this so much. I think this is my problem with these kind of pre-made word stickers, or word die cuts I should say, is that the titles or the words does not match whatever titles that I have planned on using, and so none of them really fit with the layouts that I was planning on doing. So I just only used, I think I only used a couple of them, but they're just going to go back in my stash. And then I did manage to use up some of these frames. Didn't use all of them up, but I used some of them, which made me really happy. So that's just going to go back in my stash. And this is just an a leftover from this paper. And then as far as, oops, sorry, as far as papers are concerned, this is all that I have left for papers. Yes, I really maximized the papers that I have for this particular kit, and that makes me happy. So I just have a bunch of strips, some vellum, cardstock, and some pattern paper. And before I go on and show you what I have made with this kit, let me show you all the things that I actually used up. So let me get that. Okay, so I managed to use up all of the thickers, the gold thickers. I was able to use that up. I was able to use up all of the pearls and also the enamel shapes. I was able to use all that, which made me really happy. And then this Amy Tangerine sticker sheet that I've had forever, used it all up, guys. So happy about that. And then this one, there is some more leftover, but when I look at it, I don't really make a lot of baby cards, or I don't know. I'm just going to toss it because I've had it for a long time. So those are the toss. And then here are the projects that I was able to make. So as far as cards, so I used up a bunch of the scraps. And as you can see, I was using all of those, I think they're pebbles 2x2 squares. And so I was making cards with that. And as you can see, some of them have the same patterns because I could like cut them up into like 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, you know, to make the card bases, or make the card fronts, I should say. And so just adding a bunch of little things here and there. I used up a bunch of that label paper, and then put a bunch of the stickers from the SRM sticker sheet for a birthday card, and then stamped some flowers, cut them up, and then, oh, sorry, backwards. And then I also used a bunch of the pearls here. Here's another one. So I stamped the flowers and on cardstock and then cut it up. and then added that as an embellishment. So here, as you can see, they're the same thing, same exact thing. I was able to use up the pattern paper and my little pearls, and I don't mind that they're the same thing. They have 3 different kinds of sentiment anyway, so all for that. So I made those, and then here are my layouts. Oops, I guess I got a paper, scrap of paper there. So this is my first one, and this has a process video. I used up a bunch of the papers, did the label paper here, used the thickers, the frames, so you can see how I created this in my YouTube channel. And then I made this double page spread. This also has a process video. So I was able to use the stamps and the frames for this one. Lots of little pattern papers, great for scraps. And then I also used my the clip, paper clip. And then here's my third layout. This one doesn't have a process video. I used the one of the big words for part of my title, and then I used the frames. And then I also, what I did with the journaling block or the journaling pack was that I cut up some of the words that was in those lined papers and then just used that as an embellishment. Here is another layout. This layout I have been meaning to make for a long time. It's just like a top 10 of things that were my top 10 from when we went on our trip to California. This was in 2000, I think this one's 2012, and then I made another one for 2010. And as you can see, I just used a bunch of paper strips, did do some stamping with the flowers. I really liked using the flowers. I did the frame, and then I inserted the lined paper and then used my title. So, and then here is another one of those top 10 highlights thing. So as you can see, I have a bunch of pictures, and then I also have a bunch of words. So that works really well for me. And then here's a single page. I used 3 4x6 photos, did use the tags over here, and then this one was actually one of the plain words that I colored in with some Distress inks, and then added some of that sticker, clear sticker, added some more over here. Oh, I also used up all of that Ellie Studio tags, by the way. Here's another double page layout. I used the big word again, and so basically my pattern paper here is just this block over here. So no other place where I put the pattern paper, just in the center, and I was able to maximize all of my maximize my papers by that. So here's another one. This one has a bunch of stickers, and then I also used up the frames. I did it here, the clip, with just a little bit of glue dot there. And then here is another one. This one's a bunch of, as you can see, just layering things. And I did use a bunch of the stickers here. I've kind of covered the ones that really didn't pertain to my layout. And then I did use a flare badge here. I think I have one more flare badge that I never got to use. And then here is another one. This one has a process video, so make sure you check that out. And as you can see, I was running out of stuff and just have pattern papers here and on the top. The title, Be True, not really sure if I like that title here, but I wanted to use up that letter sticker sheet. I think that's a problem with me with these like pre-made words, is that some of them, they just don't match what my goals are for my titles. Anyways, so this is my last one. This also has a process video, and as you can see, I was running out of paper, but I did wanted to use up the labels, and so what I did was I used my word stamps and just stamped a bunch of words that corresponded with this event, and then cut them up into labels, and then added that as a background for my page. And I had wanted to use a title for this, but it was just too wordy. And so it's just going to be like that, and maybe I'll title it as family or something, but this also has a process video. So those are the layouts that I created with my January, February homemade kit. I hope this inspired you to pull out your supplies and renew your love for them and make some great projects with it. If you have any questions, make sure that you leave it in the description. Sorry, leave it in the comment section below. If you're ever interested in the products that I pulled together for this kit, make sure that you check out the description below, because it will have a link, a direct link for where the video that I had shown what products I had pulled for this particular kit. Again, thank you for watching, and if you like these videos, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will catch you guys another day. Bye!